Last but not least, the final step to overcoming your obstacles is to pray. Yes, praying plays a very big part of our Christian lives. It is often how we communicate to God. To overcome your obstacles, you will have to communicate with God, and to communicate with Him, you have to fellowship with Him in prayer. It is also how we strengthen ourselves by using prayer to bring out our faith when we are full of doubt. It is also a defense for us against demonic attack and warfare. These all are bound to surround us in a time when we feel lost and dry. However, many people actually feel that there is a right way to pray. That is entirely untrue. Many of us feel very stressed when we have to pray. Seeing how pastors in church, your cell group leaders, and your ministry leaders pray, you often feel like, wow, I can never pray like that. That is something that I feel very often too. You start to feel that when you pray, you have to quote Bible verses. When you pray, you have to speak fervently. And when you pray, you have to prophesy. But that is not how God wants us to pray to Him. Like what Pastor Phil shared last weekend, our God is an approachable God. God wants you to be comfortable with Him. God wants you to draw close to Him like a dad and his child. God not only wants to know your problems, your thanksgiving, your needs in life, and your seeking for forgiveness, but He also wants to know about every other little aspect of your life. Many of us have been a Christian for so many years that many things often become a habit for us. Going to church is a habit. Jumping during praise is a habit. Even the way you pray have also become a habit. The dictionary says that the word habit means a routine of behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur subconsciously. It tends to occur subconsciously. God do not want you to pray to Him out of habit. Instead, He wants to hear you speak to Him consciously and from the bottom of your heart. To praise, worship, and pray out of habit shows that you have already become lukewarm. And what comes after lukewarmness is spiritual dryness. So let's not pray artificially, but pray with what you genuinely feel. It does not have to be how others pray, but it is your own private conversation with your Abba Father. When we are dragged down by our bad circumstances, we often neglect to pray. Or we get so stressed out that praying has just never crossed our mind. But when we are in a bad predicament, or we are feeling too stressed, will we forget to eat, shower, and even to breathe? Of course not. Then why will we forget to turn to the one who is even more important than every breath that you're taking? Praying has always been a difficult thing for me to do. When I pray, I do not know what to speak to God. I do not know what is the right thing to say to God, and I almost always never feel His presence through praying. But God does not want you to speak to Him. God wants to converse with you. And to converse, both parties have to be actively participating in a conversation. I myself have never truly liked to pray. I have always thought that, how do I know if God is actually listening to me? Why would God want to waste time listening to me, a person who is of no importance, and have done nothing to even be worthy of speaking His name? But the Bible says, this is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us.
Created using Powtoon.